So check out this month so far, and we already made more than we did all last month. Yo, YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your man Muhammad Kamara, and welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is, man. I want to give y'all a quick update. The store that I was doing a case study on actually hit 50K. So as you can see, show you right here. So as you can see right here, this thing is always bad with the focus, but as you can see right here, 50K in sales since pretty much end of July to right now. All right, so yeah, this store came from nothing, honestly, and all we did was run a little bit of TikTok ads. But with that being said, I've been documenting this whole thing. If you haven't seen my last video, go check that out. Some more TikTok ads videos. I want to really answer some questions that I've been getting in my DMs. A lot of people been, just asking questions on, how are you getting these results? What are you doing on TikTok that's so different from everybody else? And I'm like, it really doesn't take much. All it takes is a high converting ad, have a good store, and have a good website. A lot of people out there are actually making TikTok ads a lot more complicated than it is. If you're one of those people that's just out stealing people's ads off of TikTok and then running them back on the platform thinking that you're gonna become a millionaire off of that somehow, I don't know, I just don't know what you plan to do with that, but that's not a winning formula. Like I said, I've mentioned in other videos, especially this video called How to Create TikTok Ads That Sell. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. I'll link it up here. But in that video, I talk about actually ordering a sample of your product. There's a very big difference between just taking somebody's ad off of TikTok and actually creating your own from scratch, creating original content. And it's just simply not gonna work for two reasons. One, your ad is not gonna get approved, right? And because the TikTok ads platform is gonna indicate this as, oh, this is probably stolen information. We've seen this ad before. And then two, even if the ad does get approved, the algorithm is gonna know that it's not original content. They're gonna know that, okay, this account uploaded this and this account and this account and this account. And think about it. There's a lot of people in the dropshipping space right now. If you're over here stealing people's TikTok ads, then you're not the only one doing that. There's gonna be other people stealing the same ads, and you've created no unique selling proposition for your customers. It's not just about the ads, it's about creating a good customer experience so that people are gonna want to buy with you anyways. The ads are just to help. That's just the little sauce on top, right? So there's a lot to it to making your TikTok ads actually work. That's what I'm trying to get at here. And the best way to make sure that your ad is not the problem, just order a sample of the product. This is something that 95% of dropshippers aren't doing right now. Everybody just wants to make money. Order a sample of the product, see what it feels like in person, interact with the product, and now you have something that you can make video ads off of. Now, it's very easy to create video ads. There's a couple different type of scripts you can follow. My favorite script is doing a before and after. Like if your product is, find a way to do a before and after that's applicable to your product. Or just do a review of the product and just record it. It's very, very simple, right? That's what makes TikTok ads a lot easier than the other platforms like Facebook, okay? Because on Facebook, you have to have the right script. You have to say the right things. You have to have the right social proof on the ad. On TikTok, you just have to be natural. You just have to be yourself. You really don't got to do too much to make TikTok ads work. But another alternative, if you're not good with videos, if you don't want to speak on camera, you don't want to do any of that stuff, another option that's really, really good is going to be, since you have that product, you can just send it to a video ad creation company that can source influencers for you, and they can actually create a winning ad for you. All right. So a company that I've been working with recently is called Viral Ecom Ads. That's with a Z at the end. All right. I'll leave a link to them down in the description or in the comments somewhere. But a very cool dude. My man Anthony, he hit me up and basically was like, hey, I'm in Long Island. I got a video ads creation company. If you need my help, cool, check it out. So I've actually been in contact with them. They're very close in the area as well, and I've sent them my products and they gave me back bomb ads, okay? They actually source influencers for me that is, very relevant to my product, my niche. You can tell them what script you want them to do, or you can just have them create something for you. So I've had a couple made. Great investment. I'm not even gonna lie. I wouldn't recommend something to y'all that is not actually useful and I'm not actually using. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check them out. I think that's gonna be the best way for you to kind of delegate that task of creating a UGC kind of ad to a video ad creation company like them. But just to go over the results a little bit more, this is this month so far, and this was the whole goal, is to do 50K a month. We're averaging definitely over 1,000, 1,500 per day with this store. So check out this month so far, and we already made more than we did all last month. All right, and that's the power of digital ads. Okay, so a few more things I want to touch on as well, which is when it comes to TikTok, it's not too far off from Facebook ads. All you really got to do is be willing to spend a lot more money, because their algorithm needs a lot more of a kickstart, for lack of a better word. Like, instead of putting $5 a day on an ad, you're gonna need to put at least 20. They force you to do so. So when you're testing ads, I would put $20 budgets on your TikTok ads. I would go and do the lowest cost option. Don't do a manual bidding unless you have a lot of data already. So I'm still at the point where, yeah, I've tested some manual bids, but I got over 1,500 orders, and I'm still not comfortable with doing the cost cap option, the manual bidding option on TikTok, because I want to make sure I got a lot more data in there before I tell the platform what to do. Another thing, make sure your sites are differentiated too. You want to make sure that your sites look like branded stores. Make sure that everything that you do is differentiated from all these other dropshippers, okay? Think about how many people are trying to get into dropshipping right now. If you don't have every single piece working in unison, like your product, the site, and the ads all working together in unison, then it doesn't matter, okay? If just one of those things are not working, then your whole business fails. This is what I've been up to lately, man. I've been documenting this whole thing in part, partially on YouTube. But for the past 2 weeks, I've been working closely with my private clients and, kind of just listening to their needs, their questions. And I'm realizing that everybody wants to scale. Everybody wants to get into the point where they could just come in, scale, throw a lot of money on a product and make money and then live happily ever after. It doesn't work that way, all right? There's a lot of groundwork stuff that you have to do. I'm more than happy to show you the 50K we did in the past 6 weeks, but what people don't see is the 4 weeks before we actually launched the store. Okay, so don't look too deep into the numbers. Everybody cares about numbers. Everybody's here to show off their numbers, right? But you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg on YouTube, all right? There's a lot of groundwork that you got to do. You can't just come in and scale a business. Things are going to break. Okay, so you have to make sure you get your product down right. You do the right product research. You have the right copywriting so that you can actually write descriptions that sell to a customer. That your site is actually built to sell and not just to look pretty. Okay, it's a completely big difference between a site that just looks good and a site that is built to sell, to move people through a funnel. All right. You also have to make sure you have your email marketing. Email marketing, bro. Email marketing is so slept on right now. If you don't have your email marketing campaign set up and flows set up so that your customers, even if they don't make the purchase, they're going to get follow-ups through emails, you're going to fail. Like, we live in a time now where advertising is a lot more expensive than it was 2-3 years ago. Before, I would argue that, okay, maybe you could get away with not having your email campaigns up. You can set that up later on. But now it's a mandatory. You should not be running ads if you don't have email flows set up. All right. And there is a certain way to do that as well. Boom. After that, you have to make sure you test the product properly, making sure you're getting the right click-through rates. Look for a click-through rate on TikTok above 2%. And then from that point, it comes down to hiring the right VAs to make sure you have the right systems in place, and then you can scale. It's not just about coming and finding a product that you think is working and then throwing money on it. That's how you lose money very, very fast and you destroy your business. Look, if you're interested in gaining mentorship from me, I'm now working on Ecom Bootcamp 3.0, which is the value in here is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm going live twice a week with my private clients on Zoom calls. We go over questions for about 2 hours. I'm also doing one-on-one coaching calls. I'm having my personal designers build my client stores so that they don't have to worry about any of that groundwork, all right? And if that's something that you're interested in, comment down below if you want a chance to be entered into there. Just leave a hashtag Money Mafia. Let me know what you feel about Ecom Bootcamp 3.0. I'll let you know the details on how you can join. That being said, man, keep going. Go ahead and order a sample of your product. Absolute must, and it's definitely gonna separate you from your competition. Create your own ad and then send that product to a company like ViralEcomAds.com. You should be able to have at least 2-3 banger ads that's gonna do well and actually get you results, okay? UGC type of content is what's working right now and going into 2022. So if you got some value out of this video, man, leave a like down below. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to stay updated with the content on this channel. And you know, we keep it raw, we keep it authentic here, Money Mafia. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Go on.